Good morning. Hey, you guys, it's me, Kara T, and I wanted to bring a message to my single ladies out there. So, I just wanted to say that if you are single and you're not enjoying it, you're not thriving in it, you're not like studying yourself and learning God and planning trips and figuring out how you can continue to reallocate your funds to make sure that you're growing your own personal assets and speaking affirmations into yourself and doing whatever God has called you to do in this particular season, whatever that looks like. I know for me, God has called me to write a book. If you're not fulfilling your singleness, but instead you are grieved by it, you are abusing and misusing your singleness. In the same way in which you would be abusing and misusing your singleness right now in this season, that way you would abuse your relationship too. There's no point in getting a relationship if the end goal would just lead to ruins anyway, and it would set you back 20 steps as opposed to it pushing you, propelling you forward 10 steps. So I just wanted to encourage the single ladies out there, use this time to grow, use this time to grow whole, to be excited, to learn yourself. And I could say that for me, the best way that I have been learning myself is by seeking God. I have literally found so much meaning and so much significance to my existence because I've been seeking God in such a desperate way, and it has just been so fulfilling to the point where there's nothing a person could do to take it away from me. A person could add to it, but they could not take it away from me. So if you are single and you're out there and you're miserable in your singleness, don't be miserable. Take the time and take advantage of where you are. Like, I couldn't be more grateful for this season in my life. This is the first time in my life that I have felt whole. That I have felt whole because I put forth the effort in myself, in my self-care, in my workout routine, reading books, reading my Bible, growing my mind, trying to grow my hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused on me and God, and there's just nothing but great fruit that could come from a season like this. I understand now why Apostle Paul said that it was better to be single, or you could do more for the kingdom single than with someone. That doesn't mean that in the right season I don't desire marriage. I definitely do. But I now realize that me desiring marriage now is more so that God can be glorified, and that I can multiply, be fruitful and multiply the way that the word says we ought to, as opposed to me wanting to get married because I wanted to fill a void. When I used to want to get married, it's because I was desperate to fill a void, but God has filled that void for me, okay? And he can fill it for you. He wants to fill it for you. You don't want to be broken going into a relationship, and you don't want to even be broken dating in general, because your broken spirit will attract a broken spirit, and then it's going to be a bunch of brokenness. Then if y'all get married and y'all have a bunch of broken kids, and then we're going to be praying 10, 20 years down the line that generation gets the message when you could get it now. So I just wanted to say that. I wanted to share that. And the last thing I'll say, if you're single and you are envious of people that are in relationships, respectfully, you have to understand that most people are not happy in those relationships. A lot of people are in relationships for what it gains them, for how it benefits them. They are in relationships because maybe the other person makes them look good. Maybe the other person makes a lot of money. Maybe the other person, they're codependent on the other person. Maybe the other person helps them make the bills not be so high. Maybe the other person is just the parent to their children, and they just felt obligated and forced, and now they're stuck in that relationship to marry that person. You have to understand what you're envious of. You have to assess the fruit of what you're jealous of. Don't be jealous and covet things that are not yours. God, in due time, God will bless you with what it is that you need for your life if you just focus on him. The word says, seek you first the kingdom of God, and all other things will be added unto you. I live by that. I walk by that. I believe that to the core of my being. This is a beautiful season to tap into who you are, so that when you do get a marriage, it is from God. A lot of people in those situations that I just described, the marriage is not from God. Just because a person finds someone outside of God and then they want to maneuver them into God, don't mean God bless that union. If those two people have not fully repented, if those two people have not truly come to God and surrendered and given all to God, then they're in the union that the devil planned for them, not the union that God planned for them. And if you're here, I'm praying it's because you want the union that God has for you, not the union that the enemy has planned for you. Most of the people you know are not in the union God has for them. And you know how the devil is. He come to kill, steal, and destroy. So there's some sort of turmoil in that relationship, whether it's the codependency, whether it's the attention seeking, whatever it is. These are not equal parts. So don't be jealous of something that you don't even fully understand did not come from God. Just because people say thank God for stuff, you know how many people thank God for the person who later murdered them? Come on now, we got to wake up. But what I'm ultimately here to say is take advantage of your single season. This is the most beautiful season of my life. And I am excited the more and more I get to experience it, the more I get to do, the more I get to see God, the more I get to see myself when I'm cleaning my place, when I'm folding my laundry, when I'm sweeping and mopping my floors, when I'm washing my dishes, when I'm cooking my dinner. Do you hear me? When I'm making plans, like when I'm working, everything about this season of my life is just like I am becoming. And that is the season that we are all walking into. So God bless you. If you watch to the end, thank you. And I'll be back when I have another video. Bye.